Making an animated film can take a very long time. With the Walt Disney Company, sometimes creating a wonderful animated adventure can take 3, 4, even 5 years or more. But for Moana 2, well, there is no time to do the things they need to make it be a great movie. They're winging it and hoping all of this comes together. And you won't believe in this video when we tell you just how close they're cutting it with their most valuable princess franchise. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. This is the place that brings sanity to a world that desperately needs it. And yes, we're talking about Hollywood. Folks, you all have plenty of sanity. We know that. You're the highest IQ audience on the web, and we're happy to have you here with us. Today, we're going to be making a fuss about Moana 2 and just how close Disney is cutting it and what a danger they're putting themselves in with their most valuable princess franchise. They decided to take what was a TV show, modify that into a movie, and do it rapidly because apparently they're really scared of Sonic the Hedgehog beating Mufasa. Now, I don't know how that will play, given that James Earl Jones has passed away. I don't think that will move the needle, but I am, I hope they'll be kind and good because James Earl Jones is the kind of person that you should respect and uphold his legacy. He's not in the movie, but maybe they'll do some kind of credit. But Disney originally was really worried about Mufasa, and so they pushed Moana to try to save their final quarter of the year. That's the calendar year, not the fiscal year, but pushed Moana into that slot of November to try to save the holidays. Remember, they're taking a TV show and trying to make it rapidly into a movie. They literally just finished one of the key components, and we are less than 3 months from release. Folks, it's time to talk about it. We'll bring on the panel right now. We reported to you that Moana 2 is going to be an incredible rush effort in crunch time to get this thing done, ready, and launched. Turns out that is being vindicated, our statements 100%. Take a look at this out of Cosmic Marvel. Moana 2 has officially wrapped voice recording. Auli'i had her last recording session yesterday, and this sucker will be in theaters November 27th. Now, panelists, I'm just doing the math here. Looks to me like that is 3 months away. So in animation, if you are finishing the voice recordings 3 months, 3 months away from the launch, that's a real problem because that likely indicates that you're still in the middle of foreign language dubbing. Lou, jump straight into the frying pan with us here. What does it mean if an animated movie is wrapping up their audio recordings with their star 3 months before the thing's supposed to be in theaters?
Oh, it's much more complicated than you're allowing for.
Because that's why you're here.
Well, are we talking about dialogue or songs?
My bet is the latter. That's my bet on it because I think they probably scrambled to add music.
But see, that's the question. Because remember, I think it might be the other way around, and it might be the other way around because they might have hurry up, quick recorded the sounds the minute they got her, and that gave them time for the much more complex job of animating a song compared to a dialogue. What I keep thinking when you were describing this and when I read it earlier today, aren't they lucky that this is a Moana spinoff and not an Aladdin spinoff with Robin still alive? Because how could you do his dialogue in anything less than 50 days longer than whatever you had scheduled because of the ad-lib stuff?
Well, okay, so talking about constrained actors and actresses, though, Lou, one of my thoughts on this is, whether it's the song or not, one of the difficulties here is going to be, did they actually have her try to read her lines and match it to the already pre-animated mouth movements?
Well, that was my thought, too. Is she lip-syncing, in effect, to already done animation?
Because, which would make it, that would take away from the performance dramatically.
Well, it would take away from any spontaneity to the performance. You know, most of the best moments we know from these animated films are the moments that happen in the recording studio, where the line is there, the words are there, but they add 3 and it changes the whole thing, which is not just a ripple on her. If it does something to enhance the character and it does something to change slightly the character's relationship, they might then say, well, what if we had Maui answer with this? And now you got to get him back in to do that line. The bottom line is you can't rush this stuff and make it good, period. Well, you can
So-
try.
You know, there's something that I also want to point out. This news is a quote from someone who is not the director of the film here, Jared Bush, who was the director of Zootopia and Encanto, and is the writer on Moana, and now, of course, on Moana 2 here, is the one that says that auli'i Carvalho crushed her final music recording session today. So this is the source of the news here. It's not coming from any of the 3 directors of this film. This is coming from a previous Disney director. And sorry, go ahead, Lou.
Was he there? Was Jared Bush, somehow filling in the gaps for the less experienced people that we know about that are officially on the film? How do we know?
That's a good question. I think Jonas has been removified, and you responded. There he is.
Sorry, the mute button's right Jonas, next to the remove.
Sorry, button. Jonas, we were all waiting for you to give a response to Lou, and there was an awkward silence there. What say you, Jonas?
I mean, if we're following what's going on with this production here, and the fact that they had 1 director, then they had 3 directors, and now we have the screenwriter.
And now many.
That's right. I don't think it's going to be the power of many, though. It's going to be the loser of many again.
No, the power of many does exist, Pro. It's the power of many not watching.
That's right. This is their most powerful, their most important, their most lucrative princess franchise that they have at Disney. Some people think it's Frozen. It's not. It's Moana. It's not Cinderella. It's not Snow White. It's not any of those things. Moana is their most potent princess they have. We know that because we know the ratings on Moana on Disney Plus. It is easily the most watched animated film or animated cartoon that Disney has for feature-length films. Bluey is the show.
Excuse me, but
yes,
that sounds like an episode title from The Wonderful World of Disney. The most powerful princess, or whatever it was you just said.
Maybe it'll be the subtitle of Moana 2.
Yes, right.
But they're playing haphazardly with this, Lou. So you've got them wrapping this thing up months before it's supposed to come out in theaters. There's no time to fix it if there's something wrong.
But what have they done with it in the past? They made a dribble water thing that didn't work out of it.
No, I'm talking about at the parks.
Their level of esteem for this character, and their level of not just denial, not just ignorance, but it seems like defiance of its potential box office in the parks, in the movies, whatever, is positively astounding. I mean, it's like if they'd have said after the original Star Wars opened, well, that's good, but let's go with that other movie instead for our sequel. It's just insane. It's bad business as usual.
Marvin, your thoughts on Disney not taking seriously the power of this franchise and kind of just using it haphazardly?
It's strange to me because you'd think that with their sensibilities, this would be exactly what they want to sink all their time and effort into. It's a princess film, which is their bread and butter. It is a strong female of color, which is something that they love so much. And yeah, you're right. It's just they're not. It kind of seems like it's an afterthought, and that's weird to me.
Right, they're taking a Disney Plus show and changing it into a movie. That's how much they disregard it.
Yeah,
it's like all of those second and third ripoff level home videos that came out in the old days that were animated in God knows where. It's a cash in. It's like why they had to put the Disneys in front of all the titles, because when they announced what we're going to do. That was earlier. Cinderella, then 50 Asian cheap animation studios did a Cinderella because it was a public domain story until you made it the Disney version. That's what they're treating this like. They've instead of fighting knockoffs, they've become a knockoff of themselves.
I fully agree. Panelists, any other thoughts on Moana before we move on to our next topic?
This is coming up Thanksgiving. This is releasing in Thanksgiving. So is it even 3 months that it's going to be here before that? I don't know. I think
it's our official turkey for Thanksgiving from Disney.
It needs to be in the can before it goes to theater. So this is obviously a rush job. And if it's good, then it's going to be a miracle that it's good.
What was said about the foreign dubbing? Remember, they released these things in 18 languages or whatever. including the songs. Remember, they've done special videos showing this is the woman who plays Belle in Sweden or whatever. This thing is, I said turkey and you said in the can, and we'll leave people to draw their own inferences from those.
And ladies and gentlemen, another video of excellence in the can, in the archives. You can visit anytime you'd like. But I will say that when it comes to the Pro Show, those do go away after a few days, and the only way to access them is to be a member of the channel. So if you'd like to have fun and listen in on all the antics and craziness and analysis that you can find nowhere else, consider joining the channel and becoming a member. It's different than a subscription. It's only $1.99 to join. We'd love to have you. It's the price of a soda per month. Folks, also, on your way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And consider checking out our partner channels out there, That Park Place, That Game Place, That Pod Place, and Vacation Radio. All right, folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun.